These long stones, this is quite a big one, but I'll just explain it. This isn't known as a finger, because it's long, it's thin. You get small ones, big ones, you know, the fingers. So you would normally start with big stones at the bottom, working up smaller ones, because you don't want to be lifting heavy stone on top of the wall. So get them low down, or you misshapen stone, anything that looks you can't use any further higher up, just get rid of it. And a dry stone wall that you would see in the fields, there's two walls to it, in and out at the back, it goes to like this. We put through stones in that go from one side of the wall to the other, normally about knee height and about 1,200 metres in space, depending on height, and then you'll jagger it as you go on. The through stones will hold it together. Okay, down here.
Is that
like I said,
is the through stone? It goes all the way through, and that's to prevent it sort of splitting down the middle?
Yes, it binds it together. It's the physics you can explain, and the weight of the stone which holds the wall together. And these, don't be frightened about breaking stone, because you will use all the stone. There is no waste. All these little bits of stone here, you will see, will go into the middle of the bed. Round here, this brand new stone from the Cotswolds, oolitic limestone. I found it really quite reasonable to shape for people that's coming cold to dry stone walling. This is oolitic limestone, easier to shape, rather than carboniferous limestone, which is carbon based and very hard. You need some experience to shape it properly. But this is fine, and no problem. And you see smaller pieces. This is a good example of something that you might shape. It's going to go into the wall that way, go lengthways in, but you'll put it on the ground, and you might just knock this lug end off. Just break down and just knock that end off, and then that will sit quite reasonably into the wall. And this is anchoring it in.
And you're just using the hammer to nothing else, just a hammer, no chisel or anything, just the hammer to.
I'll show you some chisels, but you won't be using chisels because it's an introduction to dry stone walling, and you're playing with stone, but you're also getting used to the balance and the weight of a hammer. They're all different, and different people's different techniques of using tools, hammers and weights and balances is different. And it's an introduction, and also to develop a natural eye. In the 2 hours that we've got, at the end of it, I'm sure that you will feel good or bad about it. It's one or the other, and I hope that you're coming on it. But this is what I say about choosing the stone for particular reasons. That's got a nice curve in it, help you go around the corner. This has got probably a curve going the other way. It's got internal and external curves. Something like this might be a top stone. You won't be putting top stones on, but to give you an idea, this will go across the top of the wall, and it's shaped that way so that to shed water, and also to give some weight, stability to finish the wall off. Some have them vertical, some have them angled, some have them flat. It depends what the region where you're working. These might be through stones, or you might be building a style, a step style. So you would build this into the wall, and this would be jutting out, and it would act as a step. Okay? So the longer, the better. These smaller stones are very helpful as packers. This is a good example of it. Stone. You might just knock that off if you want an external curve, or this is internal. You might just knock that off and help you go around the curve. So you're not chiseling it to make the curve, it's just how the material comes. That's roughly leading to it this way. And also to introduce the younger people back and looking at your work. If you look down the straight down there, you'll see that it does undulate in and out slightly. But hey, come on, we're dealing with a natural material and it's meant to look like that. We're not dealing with brick, we're dealing with a natural material. And when you look at the side, we're not using a line like bricklaying. We don't use a line. We will use a line if we're doing a long length, really just to keep it straight. But you're actually not building to the line like brickwork, because we don't build in millimetres. Okay. So looking at that, what you're trying to achieve, this is a good example, is 1/2 or 2/1. And that's the fundamental beginning. It's just, that's all it is, 1/2 or 2/1. But you might have 3/1. It just depends what stuff you're dealing with at the time. Any questions? Those little holes and gaps that you see in the stonework is ideal for this environment, and any environment for creatures to get into that wall for shelter, make a nest, anything like that, and that's what we're doing here. We're not really, it's not precise science, but it wants to look reasonable, so that somebody's building and they know what they're doing. If you look at this here, instead of a true right angle, it goes off to a bit of an angle that way, and just a bit of chipping wanted there. And if you look down, if you don't look down the line there, if you just go around here and look down there at some stage, you'll see it meandering around up here, finishing at that corner. So they're making the best use of some shapes of the stone up to the level of that seat. Okay. If you come over here, so this is what we're doing at the moment. And what you can see here, we're making a squeeze style which will lead to this flower bed from the development. But you can see here, it's straight here, it's two walls. There will be earth a third of the way up that's going down here. But the rest you will see as you come up slow. There's two walls here, and it meanders its way around this curve here, taking advantage of the shape of the stone. But then you will see it starts to twist slightly, it comes down here, twists that angle that way, to coincide with the angle. But it moves from 2 to 1. Okay. If you can see from here, this is the inside, and that will be covered with earth. But as you build the wall up, you're needing this rough wall on the inside, because that's where you're going to put the stone to support the texture. What I'd like is building this up. And I think there's possibly room for 2 people down there. What I'm looking for is to put a top stone on there. And there might be room for 2 people to come up here. One here, one down there. Coming on here, and we're building up, you see a mark here. So this is going to come on here, and then it's dropping down. And also we're building on here. Get somebody to start to build this wall on it. Got stone here. I'll be bringing more stone in. This level here. Yes, earth will be filled in here. Yeah, but you can see these are packing stones at the back to support your front stones. So it's self-drainage, and all the bits and pieces that come off the broken stone, don't worry about it. because we'll use it. No problem. No, you're quite right. These are heartings. These are heartings. It's just that this is a raised flower bed. It's not a wall like the one up there. The one that I showed you by the squeeze style, it's got little stones in the middle, which are called heartings. You're quite right. It's just that the use of the stone to make this feature, you don't want heartings there. It's going to be filled with earth.
For the roots, space for the roots, I mean.
Yes, I mean we're not planting big bushes here. These are only plants like this one up here. Trying to get the long stones coming inwards to see fingers and it's supported underneath. But this is new soil, so it will sink over time. But then they'll just replenish the soil until it finds its own level. There's no problem. Some might say, well, it's going to leak out of these holes. Well, come on, it's So, this is how far we've come. It's through volunteers from the city. The company sent volunteers down. It's absolutely completely out. It's a complete change from their comfort zone of using a pen and paper to getting hold of a hammer and breaking some rock, which is needed. I know it's a menial task, but it's important for all. This is a good example here. I would say that's more or less level. But, two things here. Can you see that angle is going into the wall? That natural angle is going into the wall. So it's actually taking moisture into the wall, it's not shedding it off. Right? Whereas if you put it that way up, then you're not doing any hammering, but you're juggling with your stone, you're developing your eye. You think, oh yeah, but and that's it. Just so happens. I mean, I haven't planted these, so I'm just so happens that
make it look so easy. Yeah.
I thought that. Oh, it was pretty easy.
Got away with that one, didn't you?
Do you see what I mean? And what you might think is, oh, that's a bit high there. Well, you just get it up. Just look at that end. You're not breaking the whole stone. Just get that down there. And you're looking down here, and then you look at it that way, keep looking back and looking at your world. And you'll know if it's wrong, because if it looks wrong, it will be wrong.
I'll replace that one anyway.
Oh, that's better, isn't it? Much better.
So,
because we could just pull these out, this just right.
There's one here, there's a bit of a share.
Yeah.
That'll help you go around there.
Okay.
Or it'll go that way.
I'll take a lot of it off it.
Yeah, but alternatively, it's strengthening your wall up, because it's knitting in.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's knitting in.
You fill these, so I missed the talk at the start.
Yeah, just the small stones. Always bear in mind that there's no strength in smallness.
Okay.
If you've got loads of small ones in there, there's filling, there's no strength in it. The bigger the better, this shape. But and that might go in there.
And you fill them up with stop stone getting in there, or you
well, no, you're looking for tightness of the joints so that the stones touch, because it's adding strength to the stone. See, these stones aren't going to push out this way because this one's stopping them. You see what I mean? We're talking about physics here and angles. I mean, you'll never push the stone. It's only that, but you'll never push it.
Especially when he gets the soil with that will double.
Oh yes, yeah. And you've got your concave in, convex out here. These are convex, and don't go any higher than this. But what you
can finish that,
just
go all the way around it.
because you'll see at the bottom is the seat, and it's that height that we're looking for. Just to follow it up. But
So
keep
that's
this-
gone a
keep
bit
this
too
side
high
of-
then there. Is that, we've got a few too high there, haven't we?
No,
That one, these ones.